From 5 to 0, no command in the universe can prevent the computer from fulfilling its destruct orders.
15 seconds.
I command the computer. Mine is the final command.
10, 9, 8, 7.
News Talk 1430 WXNT. This is the edge of the web with Aaron Sparks.
With Aaron Sparks and John Thompson from Site Strategics. We have a pretty cool thing going on. We got New Media Day for IU students from Kokomo. It's their New Media Academics Club. Guys, say hi. Yeah. Awesome. Tell you what, we're actually having an extended day after the show. We're going down to our shop and talking about new media. This actually is open to the public, so anybody who's listening, if they want to come down, talk to us a little bit more about their websites, talk about understanding social media. We're talking about also careers in new media, and I wanted to introduce Toby Reeves from Kelly IT Services. Toby, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for inviting me to the show, Aaron.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Hey, we know that you guys delve into a heck of a lot of IT and internet marketing. You have, you may not think about Kelly Services in that way, but there's an entire division of Kelly Services that is dedicated just to this, right?
That's correct.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit about what Kelly Services does.
Well, I'm part of the Kelly IT team, and Kelly IT is actually part of Kelly Services. And Kelly is the 5th largest workforce solutions firm in the world. And the cool thing about what I do with Kelly IT is what we do is we provide qualified IT talent across all disciplines, and some of those disciplines might be infrastructure management to application development to cloud services, and internet and digital marketing would fall under the cloud services part and project management. And in fact, last year we actually placed over 7,600 people in these types of industries every year.
Okay, guys, you need to know this, man.
Yeah, we'll probably be working together sometime soon. We service about 80% of the Fortune 500, and in fact, every single one of the Fortune 100 are clients that we do business with on a daily basis.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, can you tell me a little bit about the growth of IT and more importantly, how it's actually looking in parallel to overall employment stats? I mean, can you tell me a little bit about the IT employment?
Sure, absolutely. Those that are looking at a career in IT, whether it's going to be in new media, inbound media, or infrastructure or project management, you guys are in an enviable position right now. Because what's happening is that there are many businesses that are looking for talent, such as what you guys can provide. But the problem is there's not enough talent to go around for these businesses. So that creates a gap. And you are in the enviable position of being able to help fill that talent gap. And what happens to your compensation when you have that kind of a gap? Audience? Looking pretty good, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
so anyway, Kelly is part of a workforce solutions provider. We've done a number of studies in a particular type of industry called STEM, and STEM stands for science and technology, engineering, and mathematics. Those are kind of the professional positions, and some of the key findings that we found related to IT are something like this. We're expecting a 22% growth rate in your type of industry from now until 2020. Out of the 10 fastest STEM occupations through 2020, 8 of them out of 10 are going to be computer or IT related.
Excellent.
And finally, the demand, this is where it affects you, is going to increase almost 17% from now until 2020, in spite of the fact that we've been through a recession. And we're going to add 1 million more STEM-type positions to the workforce alone. That affects your salary. That affects your compensation plan.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the students here was talking about, a couple of them actually were talking about, there's no curriculum for really what we talk about on a regular basis here on the show. New media, social media, search engine optimization, these things, although they're maturing in the environment, honestly, colleges can't keep up with that curriculum. By the time it's actually into a curriculum and processed in a textbook, right, it's already invalid. There's already other directions, other paths to follow inside that. So it's a tough thing to actually to chase this type of curriculum. Can you tell me how are colleges embracing more of this field of endeavor?
They are starting to. I remember I started in the IT industry back in 1996 and actually got involved with SEO in 1999 with Overture. So I've had some expertise in SEO for a good number of years before I started with Kelly.
Yep.
And here's the interesting thing. Back in about 2005, 2006, I wanted to differentiate myself from a normal guy, a normal hack coming off the street saying, I can do SEO. So what did I do? I looked around to find certifications, MBA programs that really focused on internet marketing. There were very little at that time. And this was, what, 7 years ago? Yeah. So it was about 6 or 7 years ago. The only thing I could find that really would have affected me personally would have been, I think the University of San Francisco actually had a degree, an MBA that had the focus in internet marketing. So, but since then, there are more universities and colleges that are actually doing that. And what I would recommend is if you're trying to get into the field, I would recommend going into an internship type program, starting off doing things yourself, maybe doing it on the side. There's a lot of different avenues that you can get involved in, because what will happen is that when you graduate, and if you want to have a career in internet marketing or digital marketing, they're going to ask for experience.
Hey, Doug, I just want to ask you real quick. You have some interns regularly working can you tell us a little bit about their paths and what they actually do inside of your own company to kind of augment what Toby's talking about?
Well, what Toby said is absolutely important. We have 2 interns right now, and there's such a variance. We've talked about it before between like strategics and what we do.
Right.
Every single inbound marketing agency, every single new media agency nowadays has different specialties and different channels that they really are great at. And most of us work along with each other to fill the gaps and everything else. So if you're going to get into this industry, if you just have this, let's say you just have this dead set look that you want to go down the Facebook marketing, you're going to miss out.
Right.
Because what we're required to do by our clients is balance across all of these channels. And we have to, it's actually in the interaction between the channels and the dependencies and everything else that you find the most opportunity to grow a business. So it's not necessarily, let's say, identifying Facebook marketing as this is the perfect channel. It's Facebook marketing along with promoting your Facebook page on email, along with promoting your content in email and
That's
Facebook, along with, and it's all of these interdependencies that work. So getting that internship is critical nowadays. And I would say getting an internship at multiple is even better, because you're just going to get far different perspectives between one company and another.
Right. You're going to be dealing with understanding strategies opposed to just execution in one particular medium, right? It's what you're really talking about is not just learning execution, but it's also interpreting those results and that you'll never actually find if you're just doing a curriculum study. It's the execution and in the field understanding and seeing what's happening during that deployment.
We have this incredible time right now where marketing is just changing at this just incredibly rapid pace, and so trying to keep up is a struggle. So we're all readers and writers. Nowadays.
Reading especially.
That's what we're doing every single day, trying to keep up. And so if you're spending, let's say, 4 years on your college degree and you're not somehow plugged in, you just lost 4 years of experience.
It's almost like it's taking you out of the game. As much as you're actually trying to learn something, you're in a stream over here. Yep. There's the raging river right there, and you're not even sticking a toe in that.
Right.
Tell me what the unemployment rate right now for IT and internet marketing is compared to what the unemployment rate right now is in the country.
It's less than 2%.
Would you believe that? It's 2%, less than 2% inside of our industry, as opposed to 8.9 or whatever it is right now. I mean, that's incredible numbers, right? So, I mean, there's an active pursuit of this type of talent, but you have to have experience. You have to be able to get in there and actually work with these mediums, not just know about them, not just have a Facebook page, not just have a Twitter account, but know how they all basically interrelate.
The other thing that's happening is the whole economy of scale thing. if you were a small company, let's say 5 years ago, you would never hire an agency. You couldn't afford it. It was too expensive, everything else. So you could get maybe a couple interns to do this stuff. But now the pace is so fast that you can't afford not to get an agency. And hiring a staff that can do design, Facebook, website, infographics, white papers, all of that is going to cost you, 10 positions.
Right.
Well,
by that time you're already an agency. Right?
Absolutely, but exactly. And so what we're seeing, where a ton of growth is in the IT field and in the marketing field, new media field, is literally that agencies are kind of exploding right now because we have these efficiencies of scale that a company can instead hire us for the cost of, let's say, 2 positions. And so we're constantly looking for talent. The other side to that is placement is so important nowadays. Toby said it, touched on this, but we can't afford to fail. We can't afford to hire talent, get them trained, and have them fail. So we're always testing people. That's the first thing that we're doing when we're bringing them in is we're going to sink or swim, and if they sink, they're out of there. So placement firms are just a critical component, and I would say, get with Kelly.
Something interesting that Site Strategic is going to do with this group here from IU, we're actually going to be giving away free hosting for 1 year to one of these guys. We're going to have a raffle here. And we're also going to do something kind of unique, is that we're going to actually help you set up your content, your website, and we're also going to help you. It's kind of an incubation type of process. We want to be able to give those type of skills to you, not just plug yourself in, but we're actually going to walk with one of the students here and actually go over several months of teaching them what to actually use and how to use what we're talking about here. I think it's going to be a neat type of exercise here, and it's not just about that one student. We're really looking to have the entire club, as well as other college students, to be able to watch what we're doing. So what do you guys think about that?
Hey, I want to thank these guys again for coming out here. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Great opportunity to be able to speak to people in the field. Tell you what, this is Edge of the Web Radio. We're going to be talking more about everything we're doing on new media on our website, Edge of the Web Radio, as well as sitestrategics.com. It's open for the public today. This is Edge of the Web Radio, News Talk 1430. See you next week.